Hello everybody, it is your girl Brush and I'm back with another video. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever or whoever so they know you rock with your girl. Shout out to all 360 of my precious babies and my baby boos. I love each and every one of you. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. I'm your girl Precious, the Precious B channel. If you've been here before, what it do, baby boo? Shout out to you. And of course, if you are new and found my content through my shorts, hi, welcome to the party. And of course, if you've been here before, what it do, baby boo? These are my long form content videos. Okay, they are chaos and they are funny. Me, okay. Of course, don't forget to check the description bar down below. That's not even how my intro goes. That's not my intro goes. I don't. How does my intro go? Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video I do upload. Don't forget to share my videos wherever, whoever said know you rocks with your girl. Don't forget to, if you haven't already, don't forget the subscribe button down below, the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. Because even though my videos are pre-recorded, they premiere live. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. So, of course, that helps recommend my videos and shorts to other people in the algorithm. Of course, you may or may not find my perfectly curated playlist down below, reviews and etc. Just my 2 cents. New hair, who this, Bridgerton, Vlogmas, Black Cinema, Auntie Outside, what you're reading, what you're sipping on. The links to the IG and the Facebook further down below, the same name. I do not know if Jazara's Couture website is still open, y'all. Let me double check real quick before I tell y'all anything. Okay, her website is open. She is having a clear out sale. It has been extended, y'all. Please go get y'all some stuff. Okay, I will put the link at the time of me filming this video. If the link's still down there, go get you some. Y'all like my cup? I drink my water. That's why my skin be so flawless. I drink my ice water out of my Yeti. You need just some ice water, okay? It helps. And a good skincare routine, okay? Anyway, y'all, without further ado, oh, you guys, also don't forget to go and watch episodes 1 through 9. And just like that, review my teeth beauty. They weird. I don't like it. I have reviewed episodes 1 through 9. Season 3 of it, just like that. By the way, y'all, even though that's not what I'm gonna be talking about this video, girl, they canceled it. My prayers have been answered, praise God. But anyway, y'all, I did do my what you watch reviews for, and just like that, I have unboxings and new hair with this and all type of videos up. I know y'all supposed to get a vlog. It's coming, okay? Don't rush me, okay? It's coming. Don't goddamn rush me. Y'all not rushing me. Y'all probably don't even care. But y'all been supposed to get the vlog. Look, my life in shambles, okay? I don't think Auntie gonna be outside like this next year. Cause I gotta be back outside soon. Okay. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? Y'all probably think, girl, we're in a new location. We are. I'm on my bed because my exterior of my room looks a mess because we're packing. So yeah, y'all gonna be over here in the one place, part of my room where it don't look a mess. Okay, so without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get to this video. This is going to be a Whatcha review on season 1, episode 1 of Netflix's new series, The Hunting Wives. Okay, this show, I of course have watched the first 3 episodes so far. I am gonna microdose these reviews to y'all because I'm microdosing the watch for myself. Okay, I don't want to binge watch it. I want to micro, like, episode by episode, okay? So, we start off the episode with this white woman running through the woods in distress, okay? And she is bleeding and whatnot. She just screaming and hollering. And it's just like, oh my God, what is happening? What is going on? And I told y'all, if you watch my review that I did for Sinners, that I like when a story is told from the end part. Meaning, you have to pull us in to figure out how did we get here. So now we got to figure out how did we get to this white woman screaming and hollering in the woods, and she done been pop-out and love tapped, okay? And now she unalived in the woods, right? Because she running, she screaming, she hollering, she in distress. Then we hear the pow-pow go off and it pop her right here. And then we get another pow-pow, boom, right there, straight to the dome, love tap, right? So then we go 3 weeks earlier before she got pow-pow in the woods. And we in the car with this white woman, another white woman, a different white woman. Or it might be the same white woman. I don't know. Going to episode 1, I did not know this information, okay? So, we're in the car with a different white woman who's blonde. And it's Brittany Snow. She played in Hairspray and all the other movies and stuff she was in. So, she in the car or whatever, and then we see her pull up to this house, and then her little ugly husband open the door for her. And he like, hey, babe, you had a good time shopping wherever you went, Dallas, Houston, Texas, whoever, wherever. All I know is they live in East Texas. Now, the last time I heard about East Texas was from Sheldon, over there from the Big Bang Theory, because Sheldon grew up in East Texas, right? And that's somewhere down there in Texas, right? So we down here in East Texas with they live in Maplebrook, East Texas. And so she get in the house and the little ugly husband asked if she had a good time shopping down there at the mall. I don't know, Saks or something. I don't got that. She was at the mall. And she was like, yeah, I found me a dress to go to the little party they're going to. So they wind up going to this little party, and she got this little black dress on, look like she's going down there to a funeral, where they're going to be singing, we're going up to yonder to be with my Lord. Oh, we're going up to yonder, going up to yonder, going up to yonder. Like, that's what the dress was giving. Like, we was getting ready to go up to yonder, okay? So she go up there, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to go get dressed so we go to the party or whatever. He was like, yeah, show him your best foot forward in your little funeral dress. So they go ahead, and she get dressed, and then they get in the car, in a little Tesla, and they drive around there to the house where the party gonna be at. And it's, you know, buku land and acres and stuff, and, you know, her little ugly husband, I think his name is Garrett, or Jared, or Jermaine or something, but I would just call him her ugly husband, because I don't care to know his name. So her ugly husband like, oh, child, look all this land they got. So after they get out the car, and then they go into the party, Sophie was like, I know you lying. Is we at an NRA party? What is this? Baby, is this low-key a Klan rally? Where are we? What's happening? What is going on? And her little ugly husband was like, girl, I did not know this was an NRA party. I did not know. If y'all don't know what them letters stand for, is the National Rifle Association, I think. Or the National Republican Association. Convention of Racists. I don't know what them letters stand for. Don't ask me, child. I think I had it right the first time. Google your friend. I don't know. So they at the party, and, you know, he like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. And you could tell she was uncomfortable, and she looked like she was on the verge of an anxiety attack. And so the wait staff come around with champagne and stuff, and the lady was like, and he was like, I'm gonna just take one, and I'm like, oh, she don't drink? She pregnant? I thought she was pregnant or something. And then, you know, she was like, I'm gonna go find me some soda water. And I was like, what the fuck is soda water? Apparently it's like club soda or some shit, gin and tonic. Well, tonic without the gin, I guess. So then she go walking away from this man, and she literally in the middle of a full-blown anxiety panic attack. And I'm like, oh Lord, is she an introvert? Is that what this is? She an introvert? And he brought this lady around all these people? Lord, I don't like that. So then she go walking towards these people's house, and I'm like, ma'am, where you going? I know you're not gonna walk into people's house. And then what she do? She walk into people's house. Girl, we don't do that. But I'm black, and she, so, hey. So then she go walking into this house, and I'm like, oh, maybe she going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It is a house, and, you know, you gotta go pee. So she go in there, she find the bathroom. She did knock on no door to find out if it was occupied or not. She didn't do a little, hello, is anybody in there? Like, she didn't do none of that. And I was just like, oh, so you just gonna walk in? Okay. And so she had walked in the door and there was this lady in there. And we find out the lady name is Margot. So she go in there and the lady was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was in. She was like, no, girl, you fine. Hey, you got a pad. It's that time of the month. And so she was like, let me check my purse. And she was like, no, I got a tampon. And Trey was like, I can't. Ow. I ain't talking about. She was like, I can't do nothing with that. And so then Margot, who we find out her name, take off her dress, y'all. I wasn't finna flash y'all. But Margot basically took off her dress and showed us all her business. Margot showed us all her business, y'all. And and me and Sophie both was like, what is going on here? And so she was like, yeah, girl, I can't do that. And so then she take the napkin, paper towel, tissue paper off the she take the paper tissue and then she stick it in her panties, y'all. Old school. Cause you know it's been times when you ain't had a pad and you ain't see nobody with a pad, so you take a little tissue paper and you stick it down there until you get you one. So she took the little napkins off the thing and stuck it in her panties. And then she was like, hey, can you help me put my dress on? Because, you know, she had all the titties in the street. And I was like, ma'am, you don't know this lady. And you just out here free balling with your titties out? Oh, okay. So then Sophie helped the lady put her dress back on or whatever. And I believe she washed her hands. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to say she washed her hands for my own safety and sanity. So Margot washed her hands, and then after that, some kind of way they got to talking about drugs, and they wound up sharing some Xanax because Sophie had the pills in her purse, and then they raw dogged the pills, swallowed it with their spit, and nobody grabbed a little hand scoop of water or nothing. They just put the pills in their mouth, about some cheers, and just swallowed. I was like, oh, I can't swallow pills. That's always been something that's been hard for me to do. I mean, that ain't none of y'all don't care. But I'm just saying, for me personally, we gotta crush that hope and I gotta drink some water. Like a goodie powder. If you ever had a goodie, y'all know goodies are already pre-crushed up aspirin. They come in a little pack. You swallow that bitch and drink the water. Okay. Love me a goodie BC powder. Yes. God. Anyway, when I was in Atlanta, quick little sidebar, it was a girl who had a hangover, and her best friend, who she was traveling with, said, bitch, I'm gonna get you a goodie. And she was like, what is that? I said, girl, yeah, you need that. That's good. I don't even know if they still sell it. Anyway, after that, Sophie and them leave out the bathroom and they go back outside. And then Sophie's little ugly husband was like, yeah, girl, my boss, this all his house and stuff, and he getting ready to come on the stage. So next thing you know, we see Dermot Mulroney, the man who was in My Best Friend's Wedding, where Julia Roberts tried to stop that man's wedding because she thought she was in love with him. Couldn't find out she wasn't in love with him. She just was crazy. So he come up there with this black cowboy hat on, giving very much he a Republican, and he up there and he giving the old hateful Republican speech, and he basically told the people gonna run for governor and stuff. He was like, yeah, because the people got their guns and we got our guns. And he showed a picture of this girl who was, you know, considered missing. I believe they may have declared her an alive child. I don't know. But yeah, he got to talking about the Mexican people and basically was calling people thugs and criminals. And I was like, oh my goodness. And me and Sophie both was appalled and taken aback. And we really felt like we was at a Klan meeting. I was uncomfortable. Sophie was uncomfortable. Her ugly husband, I'm not even sure how he felt. But I know how me and Sophie felt. So after that, he introduced his wife, who we find out was Margot. And then me and Sophie was like, oh, okay then. She is the wife of a Republican. All right. So after that, we find out the man name is Gigi. His name is Jed, but we're going to call him Gigi. So JJ and Margot come down there to talk to Ugly and Sophie. And so, you know, Ugly up there, brown, ass kissing. I don't know what his problem is, but he ass kissing because I think he building something for JJ. And JJ like, is this shit on track? How much money I'm spending? So after that, some kind of way they tell JJ about what kind of job or something Sophie used to have. Because she used to be in political PR or some shit. I don't know. And so JJ was like, well, girl, tell me how you felt about my speech. You can tell me I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. And she was basically like, I mean, you went full racist up there, ain't you? And he was like, oh, so you ain't like it. She was like, I mean, I'm not going to say all that. I'm just going to say you went full racist up there. I mean, you know, the whole base, home base, try to rally the troops, you know, dog whistle shit. And he was like, I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And he was like, anyway, this is my wife Margot. And Margot was like, me and her already met. Hey girl, hey. And he was like, yeah, hey girl, hey. Oh please. I had to blow my nose. What happened? Oh, so after that, then one of Margot other homegirls, her name Callie or something, come over there. She like, hey girl, look at them titties. And in some kind of way, then Jill, who played Quinn over there on Scandal, show up. And mind you, the lady who played Margot played the sister on 27 Dresses. Because my favorite line from that whole movie, she was like, but we sisters or something or another. And Catherine Hagel told her, no, you're not my sister. You can always be the bitch that cut up my mother's wedding dress. That line, clock it. Anyway, so then they get to talking, and some kind of way they get to talking about titties and drinking, and I don't know. That whole little scene was a mess. So then Jill asks where her son at, and we learn that Jill has this unhealthy obsession with her son. And so Margaret was like, I think he in the house with the boys. And then she was like, okay, I'm gonna go get him. And Margaret was like, no, I'll go get him. It's cool, girl. Stay out here and drink your drink. Finish your drink, girl. Enjoy yourself. So then she go in the house to find the little boy. I think his name Brad. Brad in there dry humping on some little girl in one of the bedrooms in here, and they up there dry humping each other. And I'm like, baby, y'all up here dry humping in these jeans. Y'all gonna start a fire. Y'all gonna catch a yeast infection. All that friction and that rubbing and all that dryness, because jeans is rough. Okay, y'all could have been dry hunching in some nice, comfortable materials, some sweatpants or something. You know, a little biker short or something. Y'all dry humping in jeans, baby. Y'all gonna catch a yeast infection and your pH gonna be off. But anyway, so they up there dry humping and he trying to play with the girl in between her thighs. And she was like, no, I won't do that. And he was like, I mean, we already did it once before. She was like, yeah, that's the problem. It was a sin. So she jumped off the bed and she started praying and repenting and telling God to take the urges away from her and all the fire in her loins and don't send her to hell and all type of stuff. And while she doing that, he started choking that chicken. Like, yeah, girl, you repent to Jesus and I'm gonna masturbate. So then we see Margot coming in. She asked the twins, well, Brad, and it was like, baby, in there with that girl. So then she go, don't even knock on the door to announce herself. She opened the door. He laying on the bed, choking the chicken. That girl's down there repenting to Jesus, and Margot and that boy making eye contact at each other. The way I'm looking at y'all is the way they was looking at each other. You feel me? They was looking like this. He's sitting there, she just a looking. And the way I'm looking at y'all is the way they was looking at each other, y'all. I'm telling you, it was weird and it was creepy, okay? So, she closed the door, and then she knocked. Brad! So then he zip up his pants after he came and whatnot. Or whatever. And then the girl get up and she grab her stuff. And then Margot was like, hey, Abby girl, you better go and get out of here for Miss Jill see you. Because you know she don't like you. Because Jill really don't like that girl. And so, after that, it's just more weirdness between Margot and that boy. His name, Brad. So Brad and Margot had this little weird ass interaction where he told her he could go again. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, they done did something before. Because just, that eye contact was real, I was uncomfortable. That whole little interaction made me uncomfortable. And I'm sitting here thinking, that lady done hunched on that boy. she put that grown coochie on that little boy. I know she did. So after that, they go outside or whatever, and then Jill and that boy leave with his overgrown ass. And then at some point, Margot invited Sophie to come over there to the cabin, and so then they exchanged phone numbers. And then the next day, because I don't remember what happened, but then the next day she go over there to the cabin, and she show up in this little ugly dress. I mean, the dress was cuter than the funeral dress she had on the day before, but the dress was ugly. I don't like her husband because I don't like the way he be talking to her. He low-key be talking to her like she ain't, excuse me, she ain't shit. Like, I mean, we later found out episode 3 why he talked to her like that. I mean, we find out this episode too, but we find out like all the tea episode 3. But anyway, so basically they have like this weird interaction, and so then she tell her baby bye, and then she got out the car, and now mind you, the cabin Marco invited her to was not an actual cabin, but a damn lake house. Okay, but they said it was a cabin, baby. That is a house on the lake. Okay, that is with the view of the lake. That's not a cabin. That's a lake house. But anyway, but that lady said it's cabin, baby. So then she go over there. She knock on the door, and she got a little dress on with a little what they call the little slides, what they call moccasins or whatever they call. And so she knock on the door, and then Margot come to the door, and she got on this little gold little dress situation. And Margot's like, "Hey girl, how you doing? I'm glad you can make it. Got us some margaritas and whatnot. You ready?" And she was like, "Well, girl, I don't drink." And so then Margot closed the door in her face. Now, mind you, that was the trailer I had seen that had me intrigued. Because I was like, now, why she closed the door in that lady face like that? So I was like, I got to watch this, baby. So, after that, she come in there, she get introduced to everybody. So she get reintroduced to Jill. Callie. Then we meet, what was that other heifer name? Tinsley or something. And then the only black heifer amongst the group named Monet. Her name Monet, and she was real cute too. Like, "Hey, Monet, girl, ain't for me." So after that, you know, they in there drinking, everybody having a good time. They fixed Sophie a soda water because you know she don't drink. And so then after that, something happened. Kelly, I think, said something to the girl. Something, I don't know, some kind of way. It was like this weird. And I know. Hold on, I gotta scratch my ear. So Sophie asked them hoes what they do for work. And they was like, "Work? Girl, we don't work. We is wives, honey. We ain't got nobody job." And so Jill was like, "Well, girl, I work down at the church, you know." And Sophie told him, you know, she lived in Massachusetts, Boston, and had her degrees and stuff. And, you know, they was like, "Oh, I've been to community college and stuff, and I bet you think I'm stupid." She's like, "No, I don't think y'all stupid or no shit like that." So basically, they was trying to project their insecurities on that girl. So then Margot takes Sophie outside. She show all around and all of that. And then they having them a good time. And next thing you know, they get on the boat. And then they go shoot. And so I'm like, drunk bitches on a boat with guns. That's not going to be bad at all. Like, this is not gonna be an episode where this whole little interaction is a callback, because this is gonna be bad. So then they go over there to shoot the guns or whatever, and Margot go first, and Callie is the one who doing the pool thing for her. And so the other girls is telling Sophie how, you know, Callie and Margot is basically best friends, and you know, they pull for each other, they go back to back, one after the other, whatever the case may be. So Margot did say, let Sophie go sit shy, I guess, or whatever. And Callie ain't like that. Callie had Callie had a whole attitude. Okay? She had a whole attitude, no problem. So after that, you know, they have a good time, and next thing you know, Sophie was like, "Oh, y'all had a good time, y'all had fun shooting guns, whatever. I'm finna go home." And Margot's like, "Girl, the night ain't even over yet. We finna go around here to the bar or whatever." And she was like, "The bar?" She was like, "Yeah, girl, we finna go right here to Coyote Joe." And so, because Jill had to leave because she had to make sure that boy did the little basketball tournament or whatever the case may be. Because, again, like I told y'all, Jill got an unhealthy obsession with her son. Okay, it's giving little flowers in the attic. I don't like it. So, after that, they go around there to Coyote Joe, and they round at the Coyote Joe, and they having a good time, and you know, what Margot was like, let's do body shots, and again they show another scene that was a clip that was put in the trailer that had me intrigued to find out what was the show. So they do body shots, whatever the case may be, because Sophie don't drink, and so um Margot put her shot glass in between Sophie cleavage, and then she licked that lady's shoulder blade, pour some salt on her, and then lick her again, and then go ahead and take the shot. Now, mind you, Callie, Margot friend, is giving real jealous type vibes. She giving a whole, you're contagious, touch me, baby, give me what you got. Like, she was very much giving, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? Baby, wait, let me explain. Like, it was very much given she was going to turn into Mr. Big at any moment and crash out on Margot and Sophie. Like, I was catching them vibes, okay? So after that, they dancing, they enjoying themselves. Then we see some man with a one eye being creepy in the background. So after that, we go back over there to Jill and them. And Jill down at the little basketball game, and she cutting up, she showing up and showing out. And then we see the Abby girl show up with her mama. Her mama played by the sister from This Is Us, okay? Big three. Okay, first it was Kevin, and then it was me, and y'all remember if you watch This Is Us. So anyway, her name's Star. Her daughter is Abby, the little girl that was around there being dry humped up. So Jill got a whole attitude when she see them, because she don't like that little girl, because Margot told us this. So she's screaming and hollering, they having a good time. That little boy win the game or whatever. Abby run up and go kiss, jump, and hug on him, and then here come Jill and her creepiness, and she like, oh baby, that's so nice, and mush his face out that girl's face, and I'm just like, something ain't right. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So watching this, I kept getting this vibe, like, did Star hump on that lady husband? Did that lady's husband hump on her? Is that little girl low key his sister? Like, what's the problem? Like, I was because flowers in the attic vibes. That's why I was coming to this conclusion, and I'm still not sure. But in my mind, in my heart of hearts, I feel like that boy and that girl related. I don't know why I feel like that girl daddy is the pastor, who is that boy daddy, or I got another theory that the pastor is really that girl daddy, but not that boy daddy, because Jill was out here humping on somebody else. Or that boy not even Jill or that man's child, and Jill and that man adopted that little boy, and that's why Jill got this unhealthy obsession with this child. Like, it's real creepy around there in East Texas, over there in Maplebrook. But anyway, so then we go back around there to Coyote Joe, and everybody dancing and they enjoying themselves except for Sophie. Because Sophie over there babysitting the persons in the table, got her little soda water. So then the man with the one eye come over there and say, hey, how you doing? That's your friend or whatever. She like, yeah, that's my friend or whatever. And he like talking to her, whatever. And so, Margot come over there and was like, hey, what's going on over here? And he was like, hey, so you look like some girl named Amanda. And Margot clicked out and was like, get the fuck on. Go about your motherfucking business. Get the fuck on. So he leave or whatever after he said, she look like somebody named Amanda. So then they dance or whatever, and they having a good time. And then Jill come right now with them children with Brad and his little black friend, who also was in the movie Purple Hearts. I watch a lot of movies, I realize. I really do. I watch a lot of movies, TV shows. Okay, but y'all wouldn't have content if I didn't, okay? But anyway, so the boy who was in Purple Heart, his name Jamie. He black and he cute or whatever. So he come over there, he start flirting with Sophie and Brad and them and all of this shit. And so Sophie tried to go outside to call her an Uber before last call or whatever, because it's close to midnight. It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. And I started to scream. Cause bitch, that's what they was giving me. They was giving me a thriller vibe this whole episode. I was like, I don't know what's going on. But baby, everybody creepy. Okay? So then Sophie was standing outside. She was trying to get the Uber to go home. And so then the little Jamie boy come outside. He was like very much giving uh the black man from the Kiss of Kate Barlow little story from Hoes. Talking about, hi Miss Sophie, how you doing, Miss Sophie? You Miss Margot's friend. And I know you know they in the South, so everybody very southern and gentlemanly and all that shit. But it was low key bothering my spirits a little bit. And so he was like, I'll give you a ride. And I'm like, I bet you do want to give her a ride, you little horny little freak you. So then, you know, he was like, you ever been with somebody young? Or some type of way that little boy was trying to get a lady his penis. And he was like, you know, I'm 18. Boy, that is a grown-ass lady with a baby. Her husband might be ugly, but that's a grown-ass lady with a baby for her. So after that, Margot come outside. So then Margot come outside with her homegirl Callie, who I think she might have bumped a little coochie with. And so she was like, girl, I'll give you a ride home. You get no goddamn Uber. And then Callie was like, you supposed to be my ride. She was like, okay, girl, and plans change. Go and get you a ride with somebody else. And Callie was like, Margot. Girl, you heard Margot say she got her some new coochie on the way, okay? She gonna go and slide Sophie on her way home, find you. Let Jamie take you home. Jamie was offering rides, girl. Let Jamie take you home. Go home with Jill or some shit. So Margot giving Sophie a ride home, and they laughing and kicking and they having a good time in the car. And then Margot noticed somebody was following behind them or some shit. And she was like, girl, how long that car been following us? And she was like, girl, why? What you mean? She was like, because that could be that man from down there at the club, because my brother be in all type of shit. Somebody could be following me behind him. She was like, matter of fact, get my purse. So then she get the purse and she pull a gun out the purse and put it on her lap. And I was like, bitch. Again, me and Sophie was both flabbergasted. Okay, we was taken aback by what was going on because, girl, what is happening? So of course the car speed off or whatever. She's like, oh girl, I need me a cigarette. So she pulled the car over into some little parking lot and she get out and she smoke her cigarette. Her and Sophie have a little heart to heart. And so, you know, she basically tells Sophie, girl, you know, I'm the one in the family with all the money. And so my brother, at any point in time, can have somebody come looking for him through me to get some money and shit. And I ain't got time for all that. And so, you know, she asked Sophie, she said, girl, I mean, you don't drink and you don't drive. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I understand not drinking and drive, but you don't do neither one. So what's popping? And she was like, you know, I had a little accident or whatever. And my husband don't like me to drink or drive. And I'm like, see, this one, I don't like ugly. I don't like ugly. But then I had a feeling, okay, she don't drink and she don't drive. She more than likely got into a car accident. Some shit happened. Yeah. So after that, Margaret was like, okay, girl, well, come on. I'm going to teach you how to drive. And she was like, girl, I can't drive no stick. And she was like, I'm going to show you, bitch. So, you know, they get in the car and she teach how to drive the car and they do donuts. And then the lady go home. And mind you, the lady had, Margot had a flask of liquor in her glove compartment and gave the lady some. So the lady was drinking and driving again. And I was like, Lord have mercy. This is going to be bad for business. So then that lady go home and then her little ugly husband was like, girl, you been drinking? She was like, no, I ain't been drinking. I don't know what you're talking about. And then, what happened in that episode? Oh, and then we see Margot go home to her husband, Gigi. And so then she be like, when you coming to bed? Or this might have been before that. I don't remember. But what I do remember is that, basically she was like, look, if you run for governor, that means it's going to be all eyes on us. And we can't do the shit we like to do. And I'm like, well, what y'all like to do? What type of freaky shit y'all on? So, of course, you know, oh, was this in episode 2? No, I think this is episode 1. No, this is episode 1, yeah. So after that, because he asked her about, Sophie or whatever, and they both admit that they like Sophie or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, oh, okay, Margot is a lesbian. Okay, that makes sense. Or she might be a little bisexual. Or I don't know. They business. So after that, they basically hunch on the sofa after he basically said, hey, what happened to Margot? Where's she at? And I'm like, oh Lord. So then they hunch on the sofa. Or then we don't see them hunch, but it was implied when she unbuckled that man pants, stuck her hand down there. And then, how did this episode end? I don't even remember. I think it ended with Sophie ass down there laying in their bed with the ugly man. I gotta figure this out. How it ended. But I think that's how it ended, with Sophie right there with the ugly man in their bed. Oh no, it ended with that girl, Abigail, sneaking out the house with that boy Brad. Oh no, that's not how it ended. It's how it ended. I think that's how it ended. Oh no, it ended with us seeing the girl in the woods being pop out. But when Margot had came home from dropping Sophie off at our house, JJ was at the house with two hookers, I want to say, and they was in the hot tub. But that girl Abby snuck out the house with that boy again, and they was probably hunched again. This whole episode was pure chaos and confusion and foolishness and creepy, and I liked it. I liked it because, again, we ended the episode where we started with that girl getting pop out, and now we got to figure out who did it. So I think that, well, I already know who it is who gets pop out, but because I saw the episode where, you know, we identified the body. But I will say, when I first saw this, after I had watched the episode thoroughly, I thought it might have been Sophie. And I was like, it's a possibility it's between Sophie and that like Abby girl. And then I was thinking, if it's Sophie, Callie wound up pop out with her. And if it's the Abby girl, Margot pop out with her. But after I watched the third episode, it's liable two people did it. Margot or Jill. Do with that information what you will. Alright, y'all. So that was my review for season 1, episode 1 of The Hunting Wives. Hopefully this get a season 2, depending on how episode 8, which is the last episode, go. I get this first episode 8 because it was foolishness, the confusion, it was entertaining. I was like, girl, what is happening? What is going on? Everybody creepy. And I feel like we gotta explore this. But yeah, y'all, so that's all that's it. I hope y'all enjoy this recap and review. I'm about to do episode 2, and then I'll do episode 3. I might do 2 and 3 together, so that way, yeah. Alright, y'all, so that's all that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And when I do upload, and don't forget to tell your mama, sister, auntie, cousin, Tracy them. And if you watch The Hunting Wives, we only talk about episode by episode, y'all. So if you already seen episode 1, let's talk about episode 1 down below in the comments, okay? Alright, I love you. Bye.